Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's AceTrainerNinja here today, my dude, for a brand new Pokemon Wi-Fi battle for you guys. Hopefully you guys are indeed excited to see this coming back. I have a battle for you guys here today in the OU tier against our friend Dark. Of course, he comes out to the streams all the time. He hangs out in the Discord. That is, of course, where we had this battle from, was the Discord. So you guys should definitely join the Discord. It's linked down below if you guys want to be able to have a chance to battle me as well. I am currently looking for battles in the PU and RU tier. Not PU, RU and PU. Yeah, PU. No. Yeah, I think it's RU and PU. I'm not sure. I know the team comp, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've gotten the teams completed and haven't gotten a good battle, so you guys haven't seen any videos with the teams. But I'm currently looking for RU for sure, and I think it's PU or NU. Might be NU. Anyway, you guys should definitely join the Discord, link down below. You guys can challenge me from there. Of course, you can also challenge me over on Twitter if you guys want to follow me over there, and I'll be asking for battles from over there on Twitter as well, so you guys can just keep your eyes peeled and see if I'm asking for any battles, because that would be fantastic for you guys to help me out. But yeah, of course, here today with Dark, you guys see on his team he has Blaziken and Metagross, both. Well, Metagross itself isn't Ubers, but it is happen to be a Mega Metagross, so that is Ubers, and is Blaziken is Ubers anyway. So, don't freak out about it. It's fine. We talked about it, and he knows that those are not in the proper tier format in this battle, but it's fine. We're not going to worry too much about it. Don't get your panties in a twist. Dark's kind of new to this Wi-Fi battling stuff, so he didn't really know. But we talked about it, and it's been talked about. It's been addressed. Don't worry about it. Anyway, let's get into this battle. Let's fucking go. I just didn't want you guys to start typing your comments, because I can hear you now. I know that those are not in the proper format. Anyway, he leads off with his Blaziken, which is shiny. We see, of course, why not? Shiny Blaziken looks almost exactly like regular Blaziken, so why not have it shiny? Anyway, and I'm gonna lead off with my Greninja, James Bond, over here, and I'm just gonna straight up Hydro Pump this thing in the face, because I know that there's no way he's gonna live it. Of course, he went for Protect. I did have Water Shuriken, so I could have beaten him if he was Speed Boost or whatever. But we're just gonna get rid of that thing first turn, which is fantastic. So we have nothing to worry about anyway. Now he's gonna bring in his Gardevoir, who's going to trace my Torrent, which is literally useless for him. I am afraid of the Dazzling Gleam or the Moonblast or anything like that, so I'm just gonna switch out of here and bring in my Steel type, which I know for sure can eat up an attack from this thing, as I am Assault Vested. And we see the Z Twinkle Tackle. So, of course, this would normally do a lot of damage to a lot of Pokemon, but since I am Assault Vested with a little bit of Special Defense investment, watch, this is going to do literally flipping nothing, man. Watch how delicious this Twinkle Tackle is. Watch how delicious this Twinkle Tackle is. That is an amazingly delicious Twinkle Tackle. That's fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to force him to kind of swap out his Gardevoir here. I'm sure he didn't really have much to hit me with. He's going to go into Tornadus, which I was like, what? The Tornadus, though? If it's Assault Vested, it's really not that well trained, because it took a lot of damage. We get a Special Defense drop, and he stays in, and I'm like, okay, so he's probably gonna U-turn and just get his Regenerator up or whatever. That would make sense. But he goes for the Focus Blast, which I live because I'm Assault Vested, and I just get to hit him with a Thunderbolt in return. So that's Tornadus down, and that's a huge threat out of the way. And I'm just like, this battle is going surprisingly in my favor. This is kind of fantastic. Now he's going to bring in Sir Rocky, which is going to set up the Sandstream, which, looking at his team comp, I wasn't really sure why he brought T-Tar. He doesn't have anything to benefit from the Sandstream, but, I guess it is what it is. But I'm just going to bring in my immunity here, as I am immune to the ground-type attacks. So I felt pretty comfortable here, as he's just going to set up the Stealth Rocks, which made sense. I kind of expected that. It was between a Stealth Rock and an Earthquake. I knew one of the two was coming my way. So I'm just going to stay in here and click knock off. Not really expecting anything much from this thing. I did knock off its Focus Band and non-Focus Sash. I don't know what that's about. And it's going to just click Ice Beam, which I was like, what? Ice Beam? Ice Beam T-Tar, this thing's special? I'm sorry, what? That definitely caught me off guard. But I'm still kind of fearing maybe an Earth Power or something. So I brought in my for Ferrothorn here, because I knew I could eat attacks anyway, and I'm just gonna click Gyro Ball. And I guess the thing must be speed invested, and I'm a negative speed nature, and that just does a shit ton of damage to this thing. Easy Oko. So now we've taken out the T-Tar, the Thunderous. No, yes, Thunderous, Tornadus. Anyway, Mega. This thing is beautiful. Mega Metagross comes in here. And I know this thing usually packs Earthquake, Bullet Punch, Meteor Mash, and Ice Punch. That's the typical set, and I know I can pretty much eat any of those attacks. I'm just going to stay in here and click Thunder Wave on this thing. I want to get this thing as crippled as possible. I really don't need this thing doing any kind of work to my team. So if I cripple it now, when I know that I can, we might be able to do some work to this thing later. I mean, honestly, this Quadrigross here was really my biggest concern looking at his team. But I was going to go into Salamence. I'm expecting this thing probably going to go for a Flamethrower, a Fire Blast, maybe a Fire Fang. So I'm going to, I already clicked Leech Seed, obviously, from the Quadrigross since she just switched in. But now I'm like, I don't really want to stay in here. I think I'm just going to swap out here. And I do still have my Magnezone with really low HP. So I'm just going to sack that thing off here in order to get a free switch into my Ice Beam wielding. I'm running out of breath. Ice Beam Wielder. Ice Beam Wield. I am sorry. I am so sorry. This commentary is literally booty today. Literally booty today. Anyway, I bring in my Magnezone there just to die to whatever the thing's going to go for. I'm going to bring in James Bond. I'm going to click Ice Beam on my boy here. Which actually, this particular one is not Battle Bond, and I'm not really sure why. I got this from a friend. He said it was Battle Bond, but it's not. It's Torrent, which I was very confused by. But Ice Beam is still going to be enough to take out that Salamence. He's going to bring in Gardevoir here. Of course, I know that it has some sort of fairy type attack that I saw from earlier, but I really don't have anything else for James Bond to do here. So I'm just going to click Hydro Pump, and we miss, of course. I just wanted the damage, but that's fine. We didn't really need the. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so now I'm going to bring back in Ferrothorn here. I'm not really sure what all this thing has. We've only seen the Z move and the Dazzling Gleam. So I'm just going to bring in Ferrothorn, kind of just scouting to see what it wants to go for. And it's just going to switch back into Quadrigross here. As I did go for the Gyro Ball, which is not doing a lot, even with the crit. So clearly this thing it's fat. It resists. It's like this thing's Uber is 100%. Uber is 100%. So now we're just gonna kind of like start stalling each other. He's gonna start earthquaking. I'm gonna start missing attacks. You know how it is. It's just my life. I really want to get the Leech Seeds up just to make myself feel better. Know this thing's going to be taking residual damage, 100%. I know that I can live attacks from this thing. If I get the Leech Seed up, plus the leftovers, I'm going to be getting a lot of HP back. But since I really didn't want to risk another one there, and I knew that Stealth Rocks would be very useful if he continues switching back and forth between his two Pokemon here. So I'm just going to set up the Stealth Rocks as he gets fully paralyzed next turn. And I'm going to go for the Leech Seed and miss. And how the hell do you miss a fully paralyzed Pokemon? It's literally unable to move. How do you miss that, Ferrothorn? How? Explain yourself. Explain yourself, please. I just don't get it. I just do not get it. Of course, we see here the Earthquake is not doing that much, and we do actually land a Leech Seed eventually. So now we just have to wait. This thing will eventually die. This thing will eventually die. Either that or it's going to start taking incoming damage. So one of the two things is going to happen. And I'm getting a lot of HP back. So I'm feeling pretty nifty. I'm feeling pretty comfortable. And I decided to go ahead and just take a chance and go into my flames here. I know I'm taking a lot of Stealth Rock damage. I just have to believe he's going for the Earthquake, which he did. And I've taken no damage on the incoming. Plus I'm getting a little bit of Leech Seed recovery. So now I'm just going to Mega Evolve and Dragon Dance. Just praying I can live one attack from this thing. Just one attack. That's all I need. One attack. Just one. Literally just one. That's all I need. I go for the Dragon Dance. Of course I got speed because he's paralyzed, so I can get that up. and he's gonna get paralyzed or miss. He goes for the Zen Headbutt, and we live on 12 thanks to the Leech Seed recovery. We live that just barely on 12 HP. And of course, after Leech Seed recovery, we're at 31. Now I'm expecting this thing. I'm certain he's gonna want to swap out here, and so that I either take a lot of damage with a Flare Blitz, or he's immune to my Dragon Claw. But I did predict that, and I clicked Earthquake, knowing that this thing's frail. And after a +1, that's an easy KO. I was playing for the win, man. I was on top of my game. I was trying to do the work. So I take out the Gardevoir, and now I only have this Mega Metagross to worry about, and I do still have Earthquake. I am still +1. It is not immune because even though it looks like it's flying, it's apparently not really. And it's going to be enough to take this thing out with its super effective damage. And that is the victory for me. But Dark, you did indeed play well. Of course, you did have 2 Ubersmons on your team, so that probably didn't hurt very much. But yeah, this team, this is my like super basic OU team. It just has checks for basic OU mons. Of course, it's really not like super well built, but it's just like the basic things that you'll see in OU. Minus the Nihilego there. But yeah, that was a good battle, Dark. GG, man. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you drop a like for me down below. It really does help out a lot. Subscribe if you're new around here, and share this video with a friend. Of course, check the description for all kinds of links to all kinds of fun things. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.